Welcome! The term artificial intelligence, or AI, can sound pretty complicated, even a little intimidating. But our goal today is to cut through all that and show you how it's actually a simple, useful tool that you can start using with confidence.
So, let me ask you something right off the bat. Think you don't use AI? Well, you might be surprised to find out that it's probably already a bigger part of your day-to-day life than you realize. I mean, think about it. When you unlock your phone just by looking at it, that's AI. When you get driving directions that somehow know about traffic up ahead, that's AI too. Or how about your photos getting sorted all by themselves, or even a watch that can detect a fall? All of these things, these familiar features, are powered by AI working quietly in the background.
So that's what's already happening, right? But what's really exciting is that AI can be so much more. Think of it as a powerful new assistant. Let's dig into a few really practical ways it can make your life easier, and maybe even a little more interesting.
Okay, first up, let's talk about something we can all agree on, those awful, annoying spam calls. Well, a lot of phones now have this amazing screening feature. What happens is, an AI assistant actually answers the call for you. It asks who's calling and why, and you see a live transcript on your screen. You get to decide if you want to pick up without ever having to talk to a potential scammer.
And this isn't just about convenience, it can be a real lifesaver. I heard this great story from one user. They got a call from an unknown number they were definitely going to ignore, but the call screening kicked in, and it turned out to be a legitimate call about a parking fine. By picking up, they saved themselves $700. It's just a perfect example of how this little AI feature can have a huge impact.
It can also be like having your own personal travel agent and language tutor right in your pocket. Take Veronica, for instance. She was getting ready for a big trip to Vietnam and used a chatbot to help her plan. She learned some basic Vietnamese phrases, found out about her hotel. It completely turned her pre-trip anxiety into pure excitement. She said, "Embrace it, because it's helped me enormously." What a great way to put it.
And it's not all just practical stuff. AI is also becoming this amazing creative partner. You know how you take a photo and it's almost perfect, but there's something distracting in the background? Well, a lot of photo apps on your phone now have a cleanup tool. You literally just tap on the object you don't want and poof, it's gone. It's a super easy way to turn a cluttered shot into that perfect memory you wanted to capture.
Okay, so we've talked about all this really cool, helpful stuff, but with any powerful tool, we also have to talk about the risks. It's so important. So let's shift gears a bit and cover how you can stay safe online.
You might start hearing this term floating around, AI slop. It sounds kind of gross, and it is. It's basically just a mountain of low-quality junk content. Articles, videos, you name it, all created by AI. The big problem is that it's often inaccurate and can spread a lot of misinformation.
And here's where it gets really scary. AI can be confidently wrong. I mean, just look at this. Someone asked a chatbot what to do about a beeping smoke alarm, and its final advice was to take it outside, lock it with a hammer. That is just terrifying. It completely missed the possibility of a deadly carbon monoxide leak. It's a shocking reminder that you can't always trust the advice it gives.
And that danger gets even more complicated with something called deepfakes. These are videos or audio clips that have been altered to look and sound incredibly real. They can make it look like someone said or did something they never actually did, which makes it harder than ever to know if what you're seeing online is true.
So what can you do about this? How do you protect yourself? Well, it comes down to a few simple habits. First, just be a little skeptical, especially if a video is making some really shocking claim. Check who posted it. Is it a channel you know and trust, or something new? And honestly, you'd be surprised how often the biggest clue is hiding in plain sight. Take a second to read the video's description box. Sometimes they'll have a disclaimer right there that says something like, "Narration is generated using AI."
Look, it really comes down to this. Understanding both the good and the bad is the absolute key. That's what lets you use this technology confidently and, most importantly, on your own terms.
So, let's just quickly recap the main points here. First, AI is already part of your life. Second, it can be a really powerful assistant for everything from travel to staying safe. But you have to be cautious of that AI slop and bad advice. The good news is, you now have the tools to spot the fakes and stay safe. It all comes back to a simple idea. AI is a tool, and like any tool, you just need to know how to handle it safely.
By being informed, you are totally in control. So we'll leave you with this final thought. This powerful new tool is here to stay. The real question is, how will you use it? How will you make it enrich your life?